Good morning everyone. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to continue with our chapter Pandora's Box from your book Fragrance English Reader. But before proceeding further, let's recapitulate what we have done in our previous session. In our previous session, we have discussed about a couple, Pandora and Epimetheus, who were watching over their flower garden when God Mercury came down from heaven. He came with a wooden chest and handed it over to the couple because he was going on an errand. He requested the couple to take care of the chest and warned them not to open the chest under any circumstances. Pandora and Epimetheus agreed to take care of the chest and the god went away. Suddenly they heard some strange voices from the box that were whispering their names. So, on the basis of what we discussed yesterday, you will be able to answer these questions. What were Epimetheus and Pandora doing when God Mercury came? How did Epimetheus and Pandora react when they saw God Mercury? How was the wooden chest tied? By the end of this video, you will be able to express story in your own words. You will be able to understand the meanings of difficult words and phrases. You will be able to answer the related questions. So, today we will continue with our reading from page number 58, but before that, we will mark the word meanings and phrases on that page. So come to first word, second paragraph, puzzled. P-U-Z-Z-L-E-D, puzzled. It means confused. Our next word is insisted. Now let's do the breakup. I-N-S-I-S-T-E-D, insisted. It means compelled. Our next word is shrugged. S-H-R-U-G-G-E-D, shrugged. It means raised shoulders. Our next word is strode. S-T-R-O-D-E, strode. It means walked with long steps. Our next word is pleaded. P-L-E-A-D-E-D, pleaded. It means requested. Now come to last paragraph of the page. There is a word forbidden. F-O-R-B-I-D-D-E-N, forbidden. It means not allowed. Come to next, pitiful. Let's do the breakup. P-I-T-I-F-U-L, pitiful. It means causing one to feel sympathy. Now come to page 59. In the first paragraph, there is a word gleaming. G-L-E-A-M-I-N-G, gleaming. It means shining. So now we will begin with the phrases. On page 58, there is a phrase for a while, which means एक पल के लिए. In the same paragraph, there is a phrase to the lid, which means ढक्कन की ओर. Now come to next paragraph. There is a phrase in the darkness, which means अंधेरे में. The next phrase is to escape, which means बचने को. Now come to last paragraph of the page. There is a phrase to open the chest, which means संदूक खोलने को. Now come to page 59. There is a phrase at the tight golden knots, which means कसी हुई सुनहरी गांठों पर. So students, now we will begin with the reading of page 58. Epimetheus and Pandora listened hard. At first, they heard nothing. Then they heard the distant sound of Epimetheus, Pandora being called from outside. So, Epimetheus and Pandora tried hard to listen but failed, and after some time they heard their names as they were being called from outside. "It's our friends," cried Epimetheus happily, but Pandora looked puzzled. "No, Epimetheus, those aren't the voices I heard," she said firmly. "They must have been." Epimetheus laughed. "Come on now, let's go and see everyone." So, Epimetheus cried happily as he thought that it was their friends. But Pandora was little bit confused. Epimetheus wanted to go and check, but Pandora firmly replied that those weren't the voices that she had heard. But Epimetheus was eager to know about those voices. Reading further, "You go," Pandora insisted. "I would rather stay here for a while." Epimetheus shrugged and strode outside. As soon as he was gone, Pandora hurried over to the strange chest and waited. After only a few seconds, she heard it again. Distant voices calling, "Pandora, Pandora." The voices were so low that Pandora wasn't sure whether she was really hearing them or was just imagining. So, Epimetheus shrugged and went outside. After some time, Pandora rushed over to the chest and sat quickly. She heard the sound of her name again and again. Pandora was not sure what the sounds, imaginary or real. On the basis of what we have read till now, you will be able to answer these questions. What did Pandora and Epimetheus hear? Why was Pandora tempted to open the box? What did Epimetheus feel when he heard the voices? She bent down closer and put her ear to the lid. No, this time she was sure. The chest was calling to her. "Pandora," the voices pleaded. "Let us out, Pandora. We are trapped here in the darkness. Please help us to escape." So, Pandora got sure after she put her ear to the box. The voices pleaded her to set them free from the trap of darkness. Now come to next paragraph. Pandora jumped back with a start. God Mercury had expressly forbidden them or anyone else to open the chest. The voices sounded very sad and pitiful. So, Pandora immediately jumped back. She reminded of God Mercury's warning not to open the box. The voices sounded sad as they were in great pain. "Pandora, they came again. Help us, we beg you." So, the voices repeatedly begged her for their freedom. So now students, can you guess who was calling Pandora again and again? The voices from the wooden box were calling Pandora again and again. Now come to page 59, first paragraph. Pandora could stand it no longer. Hurriedly, she knelt down and worked at the tight golden knots. All the time, the whispering and pleading voices filled her ears. At last, the knots were undone and the gleaming cords fell away. She took a deep breath and opened the lid. Now, Pandora could not stop herself. So, she undid the gleaming shiny cords and opened the lid. On the basis of what we have read till now, you will be able to answer these questions. How did the voices from the box sound? Did Pandora open the box? I hope you all have understood till what we have done today. Now you have to read this chapter again till what we have done for better understanding and follow the schedule in your SNAP homework. In our next video, we will continue with the chapter and see what happened next. So stay tuned.